joy, to unending dominion over the reverses that have beset him. Build around him within him the exalted radiance that will herald his emergence from the stagnant morass which engulfs him. This we command in the name of Satan.
Whose mercies flourish, and whose sustenance will prevail. Shemem Forash.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
The Satanic Bible is a collection of essays, observations, and rituals published by Anton LaVey in 1969. It is the main religious text of LaVeyan Satanism and is considered the foundation of his philosophy and dogma. It has been described as the most important document to influence contemporary Satanism. Although the Satanic Bible is not considered a holy book, LaVeyan Satanists consider it an authoritative text because it is a contemporary text that for them has attained biblical status. It extols the virtue of exploring one's nature and instincts. Believers have been described as atheistic devils because they believe that God and Satan are not external entities, but projections of the individual's personality, a good and stabilizing force in their lives. The Satanic Bible consists of 4 books: the Book of Satan, the Book of Lucifer, the Book of Belial, and the Book of Leviathan. The Book of Satan challenges the 10 Commandments and the Golden Rule and promotes Epicureanism. The Book of Lucifer holds most of the philosophy in the Satanic Bible, with 12 chapters covering topics such as indulgences, love, hate, and sex. LaVey also used the book to dispel rumors surrounding religion. In Belial's book, LaVey details ritual and magic. He discusses the necessary mindset and focus for performing rituals and gives instructions for 3 rituals. Rituals for sex, affection, or crushing. The Book of Leviathan provides 4 prayers for Satan, lust, compassion, and destruction. It also lists 19 Enochian keys, which are available in both Enochian and English translations. LaVey explains why he wrote the Satanic Bible in a brief introduction. He spoke skeptically of volumes written by other authors on the subject of magic, dismissing them as nothing more than sacred deception and hoary volumes of misinformation and false prophecy. He complains that other writers do nothing more than confusing the subject. He mocks those who spend a lot of money following rituals and learning about magic that is shared in other occult books. He also notes that much of the existing writings on witchcraft and satanic ideology were created by right-way writers. He says that the Satanic Bible contains both truth and fantasy, and states, "What you see may not always please you." The Satanic Bible begins by discussing the concepts of God's good and evil and human nature. These include the 9 statements of Satan. Satan symbolizes indulgence, not abstinence. Satan represents vital existence, not just a spiritual dream. Satan symbolizes unadulterated wisdom, not hypocritical self-deception. Satan represents kindness to those who deserve it, instead of wasted love for the ungrateful. Satan represents vengeance, not turning the other cheek. Satan represents responsibility to those in charge, instead of concern for psychic vampires. Satan represents humans only as other animals, sometimes better, more often worse than those who walk on 4 legs, who because of their divine spiritual and intellectual development have become the most ferocious beast of all. Satan represents all so-called sins because they all led to physical, mental, or emotional satisfaction. Satan has been the best friend the church has ever had because he has kept her in business all this time. The 9 statements of Satan outline the basic ideology of LaVeyan Satanism and have become some of the guiding principles of LaVeyan Satanism. They also served as templates for later publications by LaVey, such as the 9 Sins of Satan. Much of the Satanic Bible's first book was taken from portions of Redbeard's Might Is Right, edited to eliminate racism, anti-Semitism, and misogyny. It challenges the Ten Commandments and the Golden Rule, advocating instead a tooth-for-tooth philosophy. LaVey, through Redbeard, strongly supported social Darwinism, saying, "Death to the weak, wealth to the strong." Humans are identified as instinctive predators, and worldly passions and desires are chosen as part of human intrinsic nature. The Book of Satan suggests a hedonistic view, saying, I break away from all conventions that do not lead to my worldly happiness. Indulgences, remission of sins are encouraged, and readers are encouraged to make the most of their lives. It criticizes religious laws and principles, instead of suggesting just doing what makes one happy and successful. LaVey continues to denounce other religions, and he opposes what he considers arbitrary definitions of good and evil. Religion is criticized as a man-made construct, and readers are encouraged to question everything and destroy any lies it tells. The old lies, which are believed to be indisputable truths, are identified as the most dangerous beatitudes, modified to reflect the principles of LaVeyan Satanism. The Book of Lucifer contains most of the philosophy of the Satanic Bible. Satan is seen by LaVeyan devotees not as an anthropomorphic creature with split hooves, spiked tail, and horns, but as a force of nature only described as evil by other religions. Satan is seen as a metaphor or symbol, not as a being to be worshipped. LaVey rejected the idea of prayer, instead urging the devil to take action to improve the situation instead of asking for a solution. The 7 deadly sins are recommended on the basis that they all led to personal pleasure. He said that Satanism is a form of controlled selfishness, in the sense that doing something to help others, in turn, will make one happy. The Golden Rule is mentioned again, and LaVey suggests changing it from do to others as you would want them to do to you to do to others as they would to you, so that if someone is mistreated, he or she can respond harshly.